Hey, what's up everybody? Let me show you guys what I found in Bullhead City first, and this was in the historic part of town at a place called Longhorn Trading Post. It's kind of it is a gun store, as in they sell guns and everything, but guns from like new to stuff going back to Civil War. They collect pretty much any type of guns, and they even had some old muskets and whatnot pre-Civil War. And they also get a lot of other antique type stuff, like good place to check on bayonets occasionally, or just outright knives. They got all kinds of freaking knives. Just tons of them this time. Whole bunch of pocket type knives. And then they occasionally get in army surplus type stuff. So anyways, what I found was another Israeli gas mask, similar to the two that I have, but this is the newer version that's got the drinking tube. So anyways, I say, looks really close to what my others look like, minus this, is in, that's where you connect the drinking tube. So you unscrew that. And here's the drinking tube. Yes, I'm going to stick this thing in my mouth, as in brand new, never used. So anyways, got this clippy thing in the middle. That is either to start or stop the flow of liquid through it, let alone air. That's a seal. So right now, can't blow any air through it. So really good seal. So if you're being attacked with toxic type stuff like kitty litter or whatnot, you will not be breathing in any of the fumes. So it's meant to only be sucking up water, so as soon as you're done drinking, you let go of that and it shuts off any flow going up into the tube. And then, hard to show you guys because it's all black. You can kind of see the drinking tube in there. So once you put on the mask, you just push forward on this a little bit, and it will put that towards your mouth so you can take a sip of whatever. And then on other stuff they changed, same kind of filter as the other ones I got, just different color, as in the other ones are more of a khaki green. And the lenses on this feel like they're plastic. I don't think they're glass. I think the other ones I have are glass. And then straps here, this stretchy canvas type stuff instead of rubber, which I like this better because I'm in Arizona, man. Anything rubber is in the other ones, they're already starting to show signs of cracks just from hanging up on the wall, man. The weather here just eats away at it, so this will last. So, pretty cool. Not a bad find for around 30 bucks. And before I hit that place up, I did find some games. A lot of the reason why I went into Bullhead, man, they don't have it going anymore. I don't know why they shut it down, but they had a indoor swap meet called just Roadrunner Swap Meet right off of 95. And it was in a, not storage sheds, but more like warehouse type place. So I don't know what happened, but they were not going when I went down there, and then I stopped at one of the pawn shops, and they'd been closed for the last few months. As in, it's been a while since I've been through Bullhead. So, because I couldn't find the location of it, is usually a guy standing out on the street or whatever with a sign pointing towards it so you know where to go. So I kept driving past it, but went past it far enough to where I was getting more into Mojave Valley and saw a building that had a big sign up that said swap meet opening soon, and it was kind of a little just ground level strip mall, just straight shots. So maybe another one going on here in the next month or two. Otherwise, nada. Anyways, I got some Super Nintendo games at one of the junk stores down there for $2 a piece, and they are all in great shape. 3 of these are going to my nephew. Got Clue, Jeopardy Deluxe Edition, Monopoly, and then the one I'm keeping, got a good copy of Killer Instinct. And let's see, another thing I found, which is really no big deal, but cool to have. Got an AV cable here for either Nintendo 64 or GameCube. On the AV part is in the composite video, possibly for Super Nintendo, but this one has the S-video jack on it, and it's a nice thick cable. Got this for $1 at one of the thrift stores down there. So that's all the stuff I got in Bullhead. Really cool find, and I got to clean up some of these before I can even test them. Went to one of the swap meets in Golden Valley, and it's this old cowboy looking dude. He had this setting on top of a tarp that was covering stuff. Spotted a Model 2 Sega Genesis and needed another one of these like I needed a hole in the head. But while I was looking at this, because usually when I see something like this, there's a possibility of other types of game stuff, which this time there was. Saying, oh, there's a box hidden under there that I'll pull out for you that's got some Atari type stuff in it. And he said, I know nothing about this stuff, so if you want any of it, just name your price. So pretty much I got all of this stuff for $10, man. And he was happy, I was happy, and on the Atari, it's mostly stuff for the 2600. Got one plug-and-play game that I got to clean up, as in the batteries were in it and they were leaking. And then I got a couple of 7800 games, where one of them, if I were to sell it or whatever, or buy it online, it pretty much covers what I paid for this. As in, it's not one of your cheapy type games. So anyways, this I got to clean up and find myself a power supply buried somewhere in my room here of infinite stuff and see if it even works. And on games, got Kaboom for the 2600, Laser Blast, Berserk, both variations of Demon Attack by Magic, pitcher variation, and the non-pitcher variation. This one I'm pretty sure I don't have in my collection already. Track and Field, Basketball, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Defender, 2 playable probably, but ugly copies of Pac-Man, as in the labels are pretty miffed on both of them. In fact, one of the end labels just came off. Something to piss me off. A near perfect condition copy of Combat, which is like the most worthless game for Atari. Maybe worth like $1 at the most. Space Invaders. And then these were bagged up. Got a pair of Atari paddles. And then on the plug and play, this one's for Activision. I already got one of these, so this one's probably going to go to my grandnephew if I get it up and working. Just got to clean it. Because then the battery's leaked, but not horribly. Just got a little bit of battery crap in there on the plastic, but it didn't eat into anything, so cool. And I do have the cover with it, but the cover got some stuff on it too. So anyways, not a bad find. Got it all for $10, so not bad. Best for last here is in, still part of the $10 deals. These are the two 7800 games. Got Touchdown Football. And then the one, like I say, man, it probably covers everything I bought. Got Mario Brothers for the 7800. Can't wait to see how this is on a freaking Atari. As in, I've seen videos on it and it looks arcade quality. So very cool. And even though I found some cool stuff, man, I did get kind of disgusted when I was stopping at some of my little haunts in Bullhead. As in, one of the places I like to go is this big antique mall to where it's just multiple vendors with stuff on consignment. And this is where, man, the shows like Storage Wars and whatnot and Pawn Stars and all the other ones like it are definitely jacking up the prices in my town. As in, these people got stuff and they think it's worth a ton of money when really they're not even minutely close. As in, some of this stuff this guy had, because I've never seen them before, maybe, but a lot of it I've got them in my collection already or have seen them online for a lot less at multiple places. Anyways, this antique place, went in there, and first freaking counter type Glaston thing I looked at was loaded full of awesomeness that I could not afford. As in, I was all drooling on it, and then I got depressed once the owner opened it up for me and started showing me stuff to where I could see the prices. As in, he said right off the bat, I know there's some cool stuff in here, dude, but this guy that's got this cabinet, he's nutso, and he just puts really crazy high prices on stuff. And he said right off the bat, a lot of his stuff has been sitting here for more than a year, as in he's too stupid to lower his prices and get rid of anything, so he's just taking up store space. But had a whole bunch of bayonets and pocket knives, and one of the pocket knives he had was an old Sure Snap switchblade. And I've got a pair of them that I've shown in a video a while back, and I got them for cheap. I don't even think I paid 10 bucks a piece for them. I mean, it was like maybe $5 a piece, really cheap. Got them in a junk store here in Kingman. He had one that was similar to what I have. In fact, look at them here and see if they are the same. Okay, they are the same. Yeah, it was the same. Yeah. Fishtail design on the handles. As in, tapers out in the middle and then goes down and then goes up a little bit. So kind of fancy looking on the handle, and just same plastic wannabe type wood inlay. I say, got mine for cheap. This guy's wasn't in that much better condition than what I've got. The blade didn't have any rust on it, but it was still really wobbly and stuff from just being opened up a lot and didn't lock too good. He had $175 on it. It's just fucking crazy, man. Not even close to what it's worth. Just way, way overpriced. But then on the bayonets, oh man, there was some, not even bayonets, man. He had some German Militeria to where I'd have to look it up. It looked like a bayonet until I took it out. Big, long German knife with the freaking scabbard / sheath in great shape. Had the S-style crossguard. I think it was made by like Kirschbaum, whatever. And the wood on the handles was good. Everything was really good, but it wasn't like beautiful. It did have a little bit of rust on the blade with some spotting, but it was in good shape. Anyways, he had a price of damn near $400 freaking dollars on it. And I know it wasn't worth anywhere near that much. Maybe like $200 at most if it was in really good shape. And then some of the other bayonets, like he had a couple of Japanese Arisakas. Both of them were not pristine, as in they had the scabbards and everything, but the scabbards looked like they got beat up, like pounded on or something. So just full of dents. Damn near $300 a piece. And Arasakas, they're easy enough to find online. You can get on eBay, and I've seen them in good shape for like $125. So just crazy high prices. And then, because I was looking at the little switchblade, you're saying, oh, there's another person here that's got an Italian switchblade if you want to check that out. Oh, hell yeah, maybe this person won't be an idiot. Nope, fucking idiot. And so we were looking it over, and we couldn't tell if it was one that was new made or one that was old. And once I looked it over, I could tell that it was old, as in it had stag handles, and the stag bone on it was starting to get kind of eaten away like my old Vally song. So definitely aged. But the blade and everything, all the metal parts were in great shape. It's $275. And it wasn't even one of the big switchblades. It was about that long closed. So just pocket knife size. So after that, I was like, screw it, man. I ain't going to go back to that place again. Just too many people there that are watching shows like the Storage Wars and everything, thinking that they are going to get all their money on that one item, instead of just giving good prices and selling a bunch of stuff. As in, he said, there's a lot of them here to where I'm going to just tell them to leave, because I was talking to the guy for a while, and he's like, I'm getting sick of just storing the stuff for him. He said, that's what I feel like I'm doing with a lot of this stuff. As in, it wasn't just that. I can name other things that he showed me that the prices were just freaking crazy high. So I can go on and on this shit, but I'm not gonna. Otherwise, it'd be a 30-minute video. So, gonna say bye to you guys. Feel free to comment. And one thing I want to bring up. I've had comments on people saying that if I have any doubles on the games, they'd be interested in buying them. Not to screw you guys over, as in, there's plenty of other YouTubers that are willing to sell stuff online. I don't want to do it. Not even trades, man. I've tried it before, and I've been screwed over too many freaking times, and I just don't want to deal with it. I'd rather stick to local, to where the money passes hands from one to the other, not overseas or cross country or whatever, man. It's been screwed over too much to where either the item all of a sudden gets lost, or I never see any money for it, and then I never hear from the person again. So, kind of done with that. And a lot of the stuff that I get on seconds, man, I do put together systems to have for sale, but it's kind of, I'm building up an inventory to where I'm disabled, man. I'm on disability, and you don't get that much, so it's kind of, if something comes up to where I need some fast cash for anything, broke down car, whatever, man, I can sell some of them and have the money right away. So, kind of do it that way. So, like I say, man, there's a lot of other people that like to sell and trade their game stuff, so just because I don't do it doesn't mean someone else won't. So, catch y'all later.